Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come here. There's been some pop culture news here and there um that has been coming out these past couple of days. Obviously just recently, let's talk about, Cardi B and Offset and the foolishness that's going on online. I also want to discuss Ryan Murphy and this whole controversy with the Menendez brothers. I've been seeing it, it's been trending, I would say like since like last week about this new monster series with the whole Ryan Murphy leading the pack. I have some thoughts about that. Also briefly discussing 50 Cent producing a documentary about Diddy, SZA's look for Hot Ones, and lastly, we're gonna discuss Eric Adams's tap dancing ass at the end. So, but before I continue on with this video, this is my channel. Okay, this is the official channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Okay, we are at 902 subscribers. Shout out to the 2 subscribers, 902 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I know we can do it. My videos are up here. Playlists, if y'all are into a specific topic, Blood of Zeus, my movie reviews, House of the Dragon, wrestling talk, Bollywood, Pretty Little Liars, pop culture news, obviously, Dragon Clowns. For anybody that I'm roasting, that's always on the Dragon Clowns playlist. Dragon Politicians, Superhero Talk. I have all that on my playlist. Just make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's continue to make this channel grow. And who knows, eventually I'll get to 100K subscribers. That is definitely something that I'm putting out there, and, you know, we'll definitely get there soon. But let's start with this video. I think I'm going to just start with Cardi B and Offset because, God. So if y'all haven't been the on these Twitter streets since the morning, I pick up my phone this morning and I immediately saw Cardi B trending. Like, I think she's like, at first I thought she was like the number one trending. Now I think she might be number two, but I think this morning she was like number one trending. And immediately I was like, oh God, what did she do? Because now, unfortunately, we just have to be honest about this. Now Cardi B just trends because of like drama. Like either she's going off on a fan, cursing somebody out. Like, to me, it was just like, who is she cursing out this time? Like, it nothing to do with the music, nothing to do anything like that. What's going on now? Who's she cursing out now? And of course, yes, she is cursing out somebody, and that is her soon-to-be ex-husband. Oh God. So apparently, Cardi, I guess she's at Paris. It's Paris Fashion Week. She went online. I don't know who started it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not even gonna give y'all like the proper timestamps when it comes to this, but Offset alleges that Cardi cheated on him while she was pregnant with the third child. So she apparently had sex with another man while pregnant. And now Cardi B basically did a tweet and said, and did basically confirming that it did happen, that she did sleep with the man while she was pregnant. And then Cardi B goes on live and starts saying that I'm no longer going to be used anymore. I'm no longer going to be bought. You be paying girls $2,000 to have sex with you, blah, 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 blah. They start going back and forth. Cardi B leaks, puts out text messages. And I don't have the text messages up here. But like Offset apparently, texting Cardi. Mind you, apparently this was after she filed for divorce, still asking Cardi for sex, and she was like, nah, I'm not doing it. They're just going back and forth. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Of course, people are saying that this is a publicity stunt for PR. Cardi B is outside right now, even, when she just gave birth to her baby. And they feel like this is a rollout for her album, her sophomore album, because she did state that she was going to release the second album. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At this point, it's like, I don't know if she is gonna release the album or not this year. I'm honestly not waiting for it. Not that I'm really asking or like really begging for it at this point. It is what it is. If she releases it, she releases it. If she doesn't, she does it. it's above me now. People think that it's PR, that, she wants to have like a Beyonce lemonade moment, but like in a more ratchet fashion where Offset is like, also helping with that PR and, them trying to expose each other and so forth. Um, and then of course, do have that side of Twitter where they're like, oh, how dare Offset, feel some type of way about Cardi B cheating on him while pregnant when he was out here smashing people throughout their whole marriage, blah blah blah. And which is true. I think y'all already know how I feel. I talked about this previously with Offset. I'm like, he has no right or reason to feel any bit of ego bruising. Nothing. You have no right to feel. If anything, I'm be honest, even though like y'all already know, I I know there, even though, okay, on the surface level, yes, an eye for an eye is not really a good thing to go by, or getting your licks back and all those different things. I get it. On a surface level, it's not good because at the end of the day, it just hurts all parties involved, and it ends up trickling down to hurting the people, your families, and so forth. But it's like, there are times where you do have to be like, listen, like, if you cheaters can dish it, y'all need to be also be able to take it. And it's like, if you are willing to be cheating on your wife, and your wife chooses to get her lick back, well, yes, both, I mean, yes, she's wrong, but it's like, girl, like, I'm also not gonna be like getting upset with her about it or feeling some type of way about it, because it's just like, well, you should never cheat on her to begin with. But then again, that also goes back to Cardi. It's like, Cardi, if you still had resentment, if you still felt like insecure or whatever about Offset cheating on you or continuously cheating on you, why didn't you leave? Hell, even before, and I said this before in the previous video, why didn't you leave before you got pregnant? Why go through all this stuff? Offset's been cheating on you since the inception. At this point, since the inception of your relationship, and you just stayed with him. 3 kids later, you kept staying with him. So it's just like, girl, like, if you knew that it was going to end up like this, if you knew that you know what, you're tired, you just want to date other people, then why didn't you leave Offset before you even became pregnant with your third child? And this is where, like, I feel like people are not also, I understand right now, especially if we go on Twitter, people are like, oh my God, like, yes, Cardi B finally got her lick back and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, yes, I understand. Yes, she did get her lick back, but it's like, at what point, and then there's another part too where people are saying, oh well, Offset trapped Cardi B with 3 children so that she can become a baby mama. And I'm like, y'all do realize Cardi B is an adult, right? Like, she chose, she had a say in this. She consented to getting pregnant. So far, homegirl has not come out and said that she's been essayed or anything like that, that Offset forced her to have a baby. Okay, she willingly wanted to get pregnant. So it's like, I'm not gonna make it out to be like Cardi B is like some kind of victim. Like, at the end of the day, she chose to stay with Offset. She chose to have children. This is what she wanted. Hell, even in the rant videos that she put out, she was like, oh, I don't regret my children, but I do regret you, Offset. And it's just like, so it's just like, I don't know why people feel like, oh well, the man betrayed. That's the kind of like talk that I don't like on the internet, where it's like, oh well, the man trapped the woman with the baby. It's like, well, at what point do we also hold women accountable for also putting themselves in a position where they can be quote unquote trapped? I just think that, we never really hold each other accountable at times, and this is why mistakes and these stupid ass decisions keep being repeated. And I feel like we need to start holding especially women accountable for making terrible decisions. Like, it is what it is. So I just feel like, well, yes, the internet is celebrating, yes, finally Cardi B got her lick back and yada, yes, fun is all fun and games. Yes, I understand that. But at the end of the day, we gotta remember, y'all, these two have kids together, and mind you, their kids are gonna grow up and see this shit one day. That's the part I don't be understanding with these celebrities. It's like, y'all are out here crashing out, going off on each other, doing all these extra stuff on the internet as if your children are not gonna grow up and see the bullshit that y'all put out there. I don't get it. I don't get it. And clearly Cardi B, I don't know what kind of explanation she's gonna give her children when they get older. Like, because it makes no sense why you're doing this. and Offset included. But then again, Offset does not do the crash outs as much, if at all, compared to Cardi B. So it's just like, at what point do you grow up? You are a 30-something-year-old woman. Offset too. You're also, I believe he's in his 30s too. It's like, what point do y'all act like adults and handle things behind closed doors? Not everything has to be within the public domain. I just think that, if Cardi B did get her lick back and, she messed with a man while she was pregnant, it is what it is. Offset, you have no rhyme or reason to feel any type of way about it because you cheated on Cardi B a ton of times. Can we just discuss the technicalities? Like, was Cardi B right to be cheating while she was married? Yes, she was wrong. Adultery is wrong. Yes, we get it on both ends. Offset did it multiple times. It was wrong then. Cardi B, if you genuinely were tired of the marriage and all those different things, you should have divorced Offset before you got involved with another man while pregnant. I'm gonna say allegedly, just because, like, I feel like, even though yes, Cardi B, I guess you can say she confirmed it, but still, I'm just gonna say allegedly just to save my ass. So, like, either way, I hope that they can keep this shit off the internet. But knowing Cardi B, it never will be kept off the internet. She's trending more for this. And I think the last I saw was like she had on Twitter, it was like 244K tweets. This is the most she's trended. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let's see if she trends like this when the sophomore album comes out. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I just, we'll see what happens. Let's discuss Ryan Murphy. So Ryan Murphy, he's kind of been getting tagged a little bit. He's gonna be getting dragged here and there. And this is actually my first time really discussing him on this channel. So Ryan Murphy, I guess I don't know. I guess he has some deal with Netflix where Netflix, I guess, pays him to make these like, how do you call them? Like true crime movies or true crime series or something on Netflix. Like, he did it with the Dahmer series, and then Netflix came out with the Dahmer tapes while Dahmer was in prison, and now he's doing it with the Menendez brothers. Listen, and even the Dahmer thing, the Jeffrey Dahmer series, that also had a little bit of controversy too, because I think Jeffrey Dahmer's dad came out against it, and like some of the victims' families came out against that. So there was controversy then. I just feel like, I don't know why Netflix and Ryan Murphy are still not learning from. It's like, girl, like, why are y'all not like going to the direct source with this stuff? And it's like, I get it, creative freedom, like, they have the right to make these things, but it's just like, damn, them least, like, go to the victims' families and, say, hey, like, we're coming out with this series. This is how do you feel about it? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. They don't technically need their consent when it comes to making a series like this, but it's like, just out of courtesy, like, just do it. You know what I mean? And then I didn't watch the series. I didn't watch the Menendez series on Netflix yet. I don't know. Maybe I will watch it. Maybe I will. I don't know. It depends. But they're saying that there was inaccuracies in the series. The Menendez brothers, who mind you, I had no clue that they were still alive. It's no shade. I did not know. I did not know that they were alive. I heard about them in the past. I really haven't really dwelled into their story as much. I knew about them in pop culture in passing, but I haven't really got into it. But they have been coming out hard against this series because they feel like Ryan Murphy has portrayed them in a horrible way. A statement was released. Apparently, this is the family of the Menendez brothers. So it says here, we are virtually the entire extended family of Eric and Lyle, yeah, or Lie, I don't know. Let me just skip. Ryan Murphy's Monsters. The Menendez story is a phobic, gross, serial episodic nightmare that is not only riddled with mistruths and outright falsehoods, but ignores the most recent exculpatory revelations. Our family has been victimized by this grotesque shock drama. Murphy claims he spent years researching the case, but in the end relied on debunked Dominic Dunn the pro prosecution hack to justify his slander against us and never spoke to us. The character assassination of the two brothers who are our nephews and cousins under the guise of storytelling narrative is repulsive. We know these men. We grew up with them since they were boys. We love them, and to this very day, we are close to them. We also know that we went on in their home in unimaginably turbulent lives they have endured. Several of us eyewitnesses to many atrocities one should never have to bear witness. It's sad that Ryan Murphy, Netflix, and all the others involved in the series do not have an understanding of the impact of years of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. Perhaps after all, the monsters is all about Ryan Murphy. Who child? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, I can see why the story is a little bit swayed because it's like, let's be very clear, like the Menendez brothers have been convicted of this crime, and I guess they're in prison for life. Um, and if these like abuse and I haven't really delved into the Menendez story. I need to. I think I might have to watch it at this point. I might have to go on the ID Discovery Channel and watch the Menendez brothers documentary for me to fully understand what the hell is going on. But from what has been said, is that the Menendez brothers have apparently been abused and so forth. That's why they ended up killing their parents, from like just on the surface level thing. And there was one clip that I did see floating around on Twitter, and apparently in Ryan Murphy's Monster series, there was a scene there where it was like an incestuous scene, with the two brothers or something like that, and I was just like, did this really happen? And I know they got a lot of backlash or something. I don't know. Ryan Murphy, it is interesting. I mean, because Ryan Murphy, he's also into, he does the whole American Horror Story thing, and the even that whole series with the fashion stuff, with the assassination of Gianni Versace and all the, he's into like those like kind of like dark kind of content, which is like, I get it, but I don't know, like Ryan Murphy, maybe he's into that. Maybe he's a fetish for him. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But, and don't get me wrong, like I'm into true crime. Like I'm definitely into my true crime stuff. I'm into my true crime bag. But girl, I also got some versatility in what I like to watch in my pop culture stuff, and I also like romance, and I also like Bollywood and stuff. But like it seems like Ryan Murphy's just always into like this dark like kind of like content that he likes to produce or put out there, or make, like American Horror Story, the assassination of Gianni Versace, the Dahmer series, now this Menendez series. It's like everything is always so dark with what the entertainment that he gives us, and it's like, damn, like can we have like a freaking rom-com or something? I don't know. I don't know if it's some form of, and don't get me wrong, like I do think that there is this like culture now, especially, and I've actually discussed this previously, where there is this like intrigue culture into like true crime. Like you see it on YouTube with like the whole like makeup mystery murder, that sort of thing. And don't get me wrong, like, I like those channels, but it's like there's Ryan Murphy clearly sees that there's an audience for that, and we are genuinely intrigued by true crime. And I don't want it. And maybe he's trying to tap into like, those people that like that love serial killers, or that maybe he's trying to tap into those kind of people. I'm not that kind of person, because it's like I like my true crime. It's interesting, but I when I watch things like that, I genuinely want to learn from like the mistakes and the horrific things that have been done in the past, and making sure that we are better prepared for the future. That's how I go into watching true crime. I don't know, Ryan Murphy, he's low-key giving me, what is that thing called, the people that be in love with serial killers or in love with killers? It's something on the DSM-5. I'm trying, I don't remember it right now, but like I just think that Ryan Murphy, who knows, maybe some tea might come out about him sooner than later. So that's what they have to say. It says here that the Menendez family publicly announced their support for the brothers. We are 24. Yeah. So, but I will say this though. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It is interesting that like Gypsy Rose was, people fought for her. Like the internet got behind her and all these different things. Um, because they said, oh, her mother was abusive. Her mother did, and which is true. Her mother tortured her and did a lot of terrible things to her. And the internet fought for her to be released. But I think Gypsy Rose's sentence was way short. She didn't get life in prison. I don't think. I think her sentence was way short because on top of that, she didn't act. She sent someone to kill her mother. She didn't physically harm her mom. With the Menendez brothers, they're the ones that I believe that they're the ones that physically did the killing when it comes to their parents. But if it is if it is true that they went through all this abuse, sexual, physical, blah blah blah, and the only way out was to kill their parents, it is interesting that the internet is not. I do notice a little bit, here and there, but like the campaign to get them out. Like I remember like Kim Kardashian was like on top of getting Gypsy Rose out. It's like, where is she when it comes to the Menendez brothers? If this is, this whole sexual abuse and all the abuses that they went through from their parents is true. So I don't know. It is interesting to see with this. But then again, they got life in prison compared to Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose did not get life in prison. I think her boyfriend at the time got life in prison, but these two have life in prison. But then again, they could be exonerated. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on with Ryan Murphy and his situation. Um, excuse me. Briefly, so SZA came on Hot Ones, and we were all very confused on this look that she came on with Hot Ones. And obviously, the host of Hot Ones was like, what's going on with this look? And she said that, she just felt bored, so she just put this prosthetic on. It's no shade, SZA. I love you, SZA. I love you. But, people did speculate online that the reason why she put this prosthetic on is because she probably has some work done on her face. And when I saw those comments, I was just kind of like, yeah, that kind of sounds believable. That definitely sounds believable. And it's no shade. Like SZA, I like you. I think I'm so happy for your success. But like, y'all, SZA got, to me, sometimes it'd be hard looking at SZA. It's no shade because it's like, and I never thought that she was ugly. That's why, like, I don't understand the work that she be getting done to, like, her face, her body. It's like, and I really, really, really do like SZA, her personality, but like, she looks. And I don't know, this could not be true. Like, she definitely, maybe I'm just speculating that she's probably got work done on her face, but it would not be so shocking, honestly, if she did. But, I don't know. There's just times where I feel like SZA looks botched. And there's no shit. Like, SZA, like, when I look back at, like, back in 2017, 2018 SZA, and I look at her now, I'm like, girl, like, what was wrong with you then? Like, there was nothing. Like, I genuinely do not remember anybody going in on SZA's looks back in 2018 or 2017, when the Control album came out. So that's why it was so surprising that she got so much work done to her face and body, especially to her, like, her body. Like, oh God. Either way, I just think that SZA is, going through what she's going through, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this look once she comes up with this prosthetic, to see if she actually gets work done. But no, y'all are so shady. Y'all are so shady. Y'all talking about, oh, she got work done. That's why she got this thing on her face. And the crazy thing is, it's like, it's genuinely believable. Like, it's genuinely believable. So, but anyway, shout out to SZA. I mean, it's no shade, but it's just like, I just think that she looked way better without the plastic surgery. All around, like, from head to toe. Like, she looked way better back then than she does now. So, it is what it is. Is this the last one? Yeah, no. So, listen, people are kind of not feeling this news about 50 Cent doing a documentary about Diddy. Um, yeah, really, yeah, and the reason why is because 50 has a bias. 50 does not like Diddy. 50 Cent has been, I guess you can say, somewhat exposing Diddy for years now. He's been saying that Diddy's, I guess he calls him fruity, which means, that Diddy's gay and, Diddy, be doing shady things and so forth. And, in a way, 50 Cent has been, preying on Diddy's downfall. And now people feel, there's some people on, I guess you could say on Twitter, feel uncomfortable by him doing this documentary because it's like, there's also some things too. There's no shade 50, but there are some rumors about you too, about you being abusive to your exes and so forth, and like, and the fact that you also don't have a relationship with your son. And so it's like, in a way, it's like, who are you to really be doing a documentary on Diddy when you are allegedly have some things out about you that might not obviously be in the magnitude of a Diddy, but like, you know, there's some abuse allegations on 50 Cent too. Let's not sit and act as if like his ex baby, whatever, not ex baby mama, his baby mama, accused him of abuse as well. So it's like, I don't know. I think that, it is interesting that like, TMZ and all these people want to be coming out with like documentaries as if, I don't know, I genuinely do feel like the industry knew about Diddy's behavior. Like, y'all knew about his behavior. Y'all knew that he was like a weirdo and like a deviant. And it's like y'all were talking in subliminals and all these extra shit. Now when the shit is hit the fan and the federal government is involved, now y'all want to be like, oh yes, I been knew about it. It's like, okay, well, if you been knew about it, why didn't you say anything? You know? So that's why I feel like this is more like of a vendetta thing with 50 Cent than it is about the victims. So I don't know about, I don't know how I feel about him really doing this documentary. And of course, Netflix definitely, Netflix definitely has their ears on the streets. They can see that 50 Cent is like the main like foe of Diddy. So that's why they were like, you know what, 50, you're gonna drive up a lot of interest and a lot of eyeballs to this documentary if you're the executive producer. So just put it out there. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But I just feel like, I mean, all of them, all in a way, this whole industry kind of knew. Like, nobody's really exempt from from this, and I feel like it's just a cheap now because it's cool, and now because the federal government is involved, and now we can just all say like, yes, we've been know about this like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years. Like, it's like, okay, if y'all been know, why didn't y'all come out and say it, or file charge, or call the police or something? I don't know. Like, it's weird to me. It's weird to me. This industry is low-key weird to me. So yeah. Lastly, let's discuss. Speaking of Diddy, child, not only are they getting the celebrities, but they're out here getting the politicians too. Listen, they thought that Eric Adams genuinely thought that he was above the fray. Eric Adams thought that because he is now the mayor of NYC, that he can get away with anything and everything. But he got put in his place quick. Okay? Eric Adams is the first mayor, I think they said ever, to be indicted by the feds. Okay? They're saying that he has, was in cahoots with the Turkish government, and now there's some other information coming out that he was also involved, allegedly. That he was also allegedly, in cahoots with other governments, other foreign governments as well. The money laundering stuff and all that extra stuff, allegedly. Listen, I grew up in New York City. So it's like, when I hear from family members about the struggles that they go through right now in New York City, and they feel like their governments are not doing anything about it. And when you see things and you see how, a part of the indictment, if you one chapter of the indictment states that how Eric Adams literally defunded New York City of $10 million for his own personal gain, you know, while the New Yorkers over there struggling. There's like a homelessness crisis that's like crazy high in New York City. And it's like, when you ask Eric Adam a question, like y'all can go look it up on YouTube. Like, look at like these past 3 years. Anytime when Eric Adams is in front of the camera, or someone asks him a question, or like his constituents ask him a question, it's like his ego is bruised. It's like he has this attitude about him. And it's like, you can't question him because oh, well, I'm a black man. You can't question me, and it's racist for you to question me, or something like that. And it's just like, no, the reason why we're questioning you, and the reason why we're holding your feet to the fire, is because you are corrupt. Black man, white man, Asian man, it don't matter who you are. If you are corrupt, we're going to call you out. Point blank, period. So I just feel like Eric Adams was just so cocky. Like, he really thought that he was above the fray. He really thought that, okay, well, me being a cop for how many amount of years, and now me being a mayor, maybe, who knows, maybe he was a corrupt cop when he was, before he got into office. True, maybe the feds need to also look into that, okay? Take some advice from Ronnie Lipton. I just think that, listen, another one bites the dust. At the end of the day, I don't give a damn. All these politicians get on my nerves. The Democrats, the Republicans, these establishment Democrats, these establishment Republicans, get them all out of my face. They're not doing anything productive when it comes to their communities, when it comes to the people that elected them. They're not doing anything of substance. How do you defund your city? How do you $10 million? You defunded the libraries, you defunded the social services and so forth. You defunded your city 10 mils for your own personal gain. I just think that he needs to get out of here. Whatever happens to him. Let him sit in his cell next to Diddy. I don't give a fuck. I could give two shits about that, okay? Shout out to the New Yorkers. I see the New Yorkers out there, celebrating on Twitter. Shout out to y'all. We love to see that. We love good news in my cop Mala voice. We love good news, okay? So yeah. Anyway, y'all, that's just my thoughts on that. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about these topics? Is it, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions on the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.